Joe from the Gen 5 Runner channel. If you've ever tried to explain to someone the excitement or the beauty that you've experienced in your overlanding adventures, you know the old adage that a picture is worth 1,000 words is absolutely true. You've probably thought about making your own videos, but didn't know how to get started or didn't know how easy it really could be. I'm making a series of short videos to share with you my experiences using a product called Filmora that you can get online and try for free. Let me show you how simple it is. I work with a Windows 10 based laptop. When you install Filmora, you'll get an icon on your home page. Click on that and it'll open a splash screen as Filmora loads. The main screen in Filmora has three parts. The first is what I call a project line that displays all of the pieces that you're putting together. The next is the display box that allows you to preview the work that you're doing. And the final one is what I call the library, where all of your media files are. I've prepared a folder with the video clips that we're going to use for this project, and I'm importing those into our library now. Now I'm going to add those clips to our project line in the order that I want them to appear in the video. After navigating back to the beginning of the project, I'm going to begin editing the segments. The beginning of this first segment is pretty boring. That's usually the case with video. So I'm going to figure out where I want to cut that. I think maybe where the rear wheels hit the water is a good spot, like that. So now I'm going to click on the little scissors to cut the piece off, and then highlight the piece I want to get rid of and send it to the trash can. Now moving on, we'll look at the other end of that video clip and see, yeah, that's boring too. So I'm going to stop it maybe where the truck disappears behind the bushes. Yeah, I think that's it. So I'll click there, cut the film or split it, and then delete that highlighted section that comes after the action. Moving on to the next clip, I'm going to do the same thing. Looking at the beginning of it, just looking at a puddle is pretty dull. So we're going to move it along. And when we get to when the truck comes down the hill, we're going to put it, let's put it behind the bush again like we did with the last clip. And then I'll cut there and get rid of all the stuff that came before that by highlighting it on our project line and then sending it to the trash can. And then continuing on, dragging the cursor. We'll look at the other end of that piece. And, well, that's pretty cool. Actually, it's a river, not a puddle. Sorry. So where am I going to end that one? I think probably where the water hits the edges of the pool there. I think that'll look pretty good. So I'm going to cut it there and delete that little piece at the end. Now this clip, the next one, came to me from someone who taped it for me, and it already had the ends cut off and really doesn't need any work, so I'm going to leave it alone. The last clip here has a whole lot of me driving away and turning around and that sort of stuff. So when we get to the end of the beginning, shall we say, I'm going to figure out where I want to actually begin this piece, and then we'll make a cut there and throw away the beginning parts. So you can probably see the trucks coming along now, and I see a dust trail behind it that's kind of cool looking, so I think I'm going to keep that. Let me go back here to the bushes and start in, say, the bushes, say about there. So let's split it or cut it there, and then delete everything that came before that point. It's gone. Now let's see what happens on the other end of that video. Yes, I did splash water all over my not waterproof camera. Yeah, it wasn't a great plan. So where should we end this? I think where the water seems to have finished running off of the lens there, about like that. So highlight that, delete that part, and go back to the beginning because we're done. Now, I don't think that the truck going away belongs at the beginning of our video, so I've decided to move that to the back. To do that, I just highlight that clip by clicking on it, which I'll do here now. Okay, so I click on it and then right click and select cut right there. Now it disappears. I go to the other end of the project using the cursor to slide along, and then right click again and select paste. And there it is. That's it. That was quick. Our video's pretty much done now. So let's export it and see what it finally looks like. Now this exporting process takes about 1.5 minutes for this video, so I'm speeding it up significantly so we don't have to sit there and watch it. Once the export is finished, I'm going to close that window and then close it, Filmora, and we'll go to the computer and look at our project. So I'm searching it here. There's the project. Let's click on it and watch. Well, that was easy, right? You can do this. In our next video, I'm going to show you how to do transitions between your segments to make it a smoother, more professional looking product. You won't want to miss it. So click on subscribe and notify with the little bell so that you don't miss the next coming video in this series. Check out Filmora, look online, you can get it for free. It's an amazing product. I'm not a salesperson for Filmora. This just happens to be the experience that I've had in making videos for overlanding. In the meantime, remember, arrive safe and leave clean. Cheers!